Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved. First things first, let me ask everybody to turn off any ad blockers and subscribe to my channel. Help me make a career. Today we're gonna try the Black Death once again. We played it once before, and kinda have an idea of what we're gonna do here. So we should be able to get it to work this time, I hope. Gonna just play on casual. Not gonna call it sore knees, I'm just gonna call it Black Death. And hopefully we'll get it to succeed this time. I'm gonna start in Southeast Asia instead of France that we started before. See if that helps any. So one of my major concerns about doing these scenarios is if they do all turn out to be difficult enough that they require 2 or 3 or more runs, I'm gonna just run out of names. I'm already pretty well out of names for all the plagues, and so that just adds some more difficulty to it, which I don't really want. Let's see, I'm getting DNA. Should I put it into transmission, or should I put it into this? Let's see. I think what I need to do is put it into pneumonic plague, and now I can start doing air and water. That was something we learned only very late in the game to get those transmissions. We are getting a lot of DNA when we really only have 300 infected or so. 10 DNA is the next amount. So we're up to 10. Next amount will be 16 DNA. Speed it up a little bit. I may make that mistake. So 10 DNA. Still need another 6. New worrying disease spotted in Southeast Asia. It's a worrying disease because it's very severe. DNA is needed. China's already starting to work on the cure. What's how long? 69 years to get to the cure at the moment. It's very severe. We've already got some major deaths going on. Need one more DNA. Try and get this to spread as much as possible. Not good. It's not a good situation. There we go. Finally, it's taking root. So we expand that. We can't go any further down that. Let's see. 9 DNA, let's make some genetic hardening. Genetic hardening, cold, genetic hardening 2. Black Death is placed on a watch list. It doesn't seem like they have made the connection that this is the old Black Death coming back. Let's see. I think it's probably worth it to bring out that option. Then we should be able to work our way back this way and try and make the cure more difficult. I'm up to 81. I got a mega boost of DNA. Look at that. Nope, we can't get those. That was a waste. I never figured that out. Here we go. Extreme bioaerosol. We'll do that. And let's see. Do I want the? Let's go ahead and 20 DNA. Spread this by the birds. Egypt is leading the cure towards the effort. I'm not going to bother to get any more symptoms. It would be 31 to bring up the lethality. It might, but I don't think I can do that. Oh man, I missed so many trying to pause the game. Missed another one. I am not doing well at all. Not doing well at all about popping those things. Total organ failure, just mutated. Slight danger, we're gonna kill too many people now. 35 more DNA. What countries are not infected at all? The Caribbean and Iceland. And the Caribbean's borders are open. Iceland's ports are still open. Oh, I don't know what to do. Caribbean's shut down its borders. Do we have necrosis enabled? Yes, we do. Let's bring this out. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. I think we may have lost again. Total organ failure is killing a lot of people really, really fast. 289 days till the completion of the cure. But I don't really, I'm not afraid of that. I'm afraid of this. Let's see. Can we take total organ failure back? Yes, let's take that. Let's take this back. Let's take, what else can we take back that would be increasing lethality? I don't know if we can take it. Increase the infectivity. Canada is barely infected at all, but it will be. It's just the Caribbean and all this. We gotta survive. How can we get them to survive? Let's see. Genetic shuffle, might as well. That. 37 for flea. 4. See, the ship is still open. I could get Iceland. And if I got really lucky in the Caribbean, we could pull this off. But I don't know. There we go, we got Iceland. So now all we need is compression. Caribbean. It's the immune suppression. Devolve that. Yeah. Can't get rid of that. Let's just devolve all the symptoms. Why not? Anything we can devolve, we're gonna take it off. It would be very strange if there was a disease that suddenly lost a lot of its symptoms, but I bet that happens more often than we would think. That traits just don't get passed on enough. And all of a sudden some fatal disease just becomes potentially harmless, or at least not fatal. I have 30 DNA. I need 7 more to get that last infection. Come on. We are racing against the clock here. As these people are dying, we need something. What if I took these away? I can't take them away. Once they're there, they're there. Well, do a genetic reshuffle, why not? So we're watching the clock go. The problem is, it's business as usual in the Caribbean. Unless I can get somebody infected, we're gonna lose. Every other country is probably gonna be wiped out, but the Caribbean will survive. And thus, our goal of complete human annihilation is going to fail. Take cysts back. Getting refunded for that stuff, so it's not really a problem. I could have gotten Flea 4 if I hadn't done the genetic reshuffle. Probably a mistake on my part. I don't know if it really would have mattered. We are basically stuck here just hoping for a random event. That's all we're doing, is hoping for the random event of a non-human transmission to the Caribbean. You get it sometimes, but you don't get it reliable enough that it's something you can be guaranteed on. Slowly, just ever so slowly. We might as well speed up. I don't think it's gonna really affect the game if we go to fast forward. If this number gets to 0, we've lost, unless this gets infected first. Even if this gets infected first, if this number goes to 0, we've probably lost. I cured the device announced they're at 59%, so I'm not too worried about that. Hypotension. Let's take that back. Get that refunded. We want to keep it as undeadly as possible to give us the longest amount of time. We probably should have done this earlier in the game. As soon as we started mutating abilities, we probably should have just said no to all of that. Come on, luckiness. We did it! We got so lucky. Non-human infection of the Caribbean. Black Death has spread to the Caribbean through direct animal transmission and is now in the human population. Excellent. Excellent news. So now the game is afoot. As long as the number of people getting infected is higher than the number of people dead, there we go. I don't think there's any healthy people left in the world, so we could just... How much would this cost? 31? We have 27. Let's just watch as they die. If we get 31, we'll bring out total organ failure and speed it up just a little bit. The world is mostly wiped out at this point, and that is great. Close to extinction. I'm glad we got this scenario on the second time. I'm gonna be a little irritated with myself if I have to do scenarios more than twice. I can understand not getting it on the first try. That makes sense. But not getting it on the second try would be a little irritating. It would show a lack of effective learning. Hypotension mutated. No reason to devolve it now. Now we just wait for the numbers to go down to 0. 10 million people left. Soon to be 6 million. Or 7 million. Yes, we've done it. Black Death has won on casual. I think Black Death, if it came back, could easily still eliminate all human life, but with the caveat, remember the Black Death did not eliminate all human life when it actually did occur. It only killed a significant portion of the people. It's really, really hard to get everybody. It didn't even, in a alternate reality way of thinking, eliminate all Anglo-Saxon European people to the point where, say, Indians or Aztecians or anyone from the New World were allowed enough time to evolve societally enough that they would come over to Europe and Africa and all of that and take over. Or, not even that, it didn't eliminate enough Anglo-Saxons that Africans didn't come up and take over Europe, or Russians didn't come over, or Chinese. So, it didn't even really affect the area to the point where they lost control of their own homeland, as it were. And the Black Death is one of our worst scenarios. So that was 879 days. We got a complex thing. A cure progress of 63. A bacteria on casual. Casual got us 1 biohazard, but 25,496 points, which is quite high in the points. Notice here that it's not like a biohazard shaded out. It's just 1 biohazard. Interesting. I'm gonna have to see what that means. Well, that one thing it means that I'm happy to report is it means it's unlocked a lot of other things. So now it seems these were all locked before, and now all the other scenarios are unlocked. So we started with the Black Death. Now we can alternate between these scenarios and trials of the main plagues on Brutal. So, like, next episode we will try and beat Fungus on Brutal, which will be a difficult task. And then the episode after that, we will do Artificial Organs. We beat it on Casual, and so we have a Casual here biohazard lit up, which is interesting. The layout here is a little interesting. I wonder if we had beaten it on normal, if that would put a normal here, and then a normal here, and a normal there. And this is showing like the last 3 victories. It doesn't seem like that's gonna unlock or do anything though. Playing the same scenario again. It doesn't seem like that's gonna be something that would be worth our time. Let's just continue playing the scenarios on casual. Maybe we'll try later on to play on like Brutal or Mega Brutal, particularly if we find one that is really easy. But next time we do Fungus on Brutal, and hope we can make some success there. Once we get down to Necrovirus, I still think we have to play that on casual. Simian Flu, same thing, we need to play that on casual because we still don't have all of these Necrovirus genes unlocked. We have everything else unlocked but the Necrovirus. So I need to get 3 victories on the Necrovirus and guarantee those victories. Simian Flu needs even more, 7 victories. So we may very, very easily get stuck to the point where we're doing a lot of simian flus. So I'll definitely want to figure out a way to spread that out and play the simian flu a little bit more often than everything else. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. So as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you donate will be greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Google Plus or Steam or Battle.net, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.